Okay guys, I'm actually really sorry. I'm clearly really bad at this. I'm not good at keeping myself focused and maintaining a channel, obviously, but if you can note it all around, there have been some changes in my life, and one you might notice, I chopped my hair all off. I moved to a different area. I actually did move to downtown Milwaukee, and long story short, I just made some pretty poignant changes in my life where I decided I kind of wanted to be on my own and live in a different part of the city from where I was before. And I know I was talking before about how I was a Canadian applicant. I'm from a different country coming to the United States, and I wanted to come to Milwaukee because that's where the person I was with at the time ended up matching for a residency, and that's where I came. And unfortunately, things didn't work out. I still decided I wanted to stay here for whatever reason. I haven't quite figured things out yet. I'm not sure if I made the right decision. I did a little bit of traveling a couple of months ago, a little bit of soul searching, and to be honest, things have been a little bit different over the last couple of months, and I know you guys just want to hear about my experiences in dental school and becoming a dentist, but let's try to be a real person here. I feel like I have a little bit more of a relatable experience in my personal life, so if you want to hear about how my dating experiences in a new part of the city have been, let me know, because I will share that with you. But it is like a late Monday night. I might have had a little bit too much bourbon today, not gonna lie, but you guys asked for a personal statement that you wanted me to dictate and read off to a bunch of strangers. So I haven't read this or have looked at it since I applied to dental school 6 years ago. So this is probably gonna be really embarrassing, and I don't even know if it's gonna help anyone at this point because it's like mid-August at this point, and I'm sure most of you have filled in applications already. But all that aside, for whatever reason, let me read it out to you, and I don't even know if it's gonna be good anymore. You guys tell me. If you guys have any questions, let me know, because I don't know if this is gonna help anyone. Okay, let's get right into it. I often believed that I would grow up to become an artist. For many years, I sketched and sculpted to achieve awards and commissions, publication, and gallery exhibition. More recently, I established myself as a professional cosmetician and photographer. Still, there was no greater miracle to me than mending the human body, and my zeal for this knowledge took precedence. I attended school for the intellectually gifted, obtained my honors Bachelor of Science, and am now upon completion of my Master's in Biochemistry. My commitment to human welfare propelled me into health research. I worked in laboratories during my undergraduate and earned scientific publication as well as graduate scholarship. This feels like it's so boring already. While I enjoy research, the years of independent study has led to my desire for a more sociable career. In a previous managerial position in customer service, I took genuine pleasure in exchanging smiles with strangers and striking conversation with various personalities. My role as a makeup artist and photographer shaped my ability to form new relationships. Through these personable experiences, I realized many parallels between my skills and that of a dentist, and can imagine no better profession encompassing my facets as a communicator, an esthetician, and a humanitarian. My growing interest in dentistry brought me to the shadows of two practitioners, Dr. Bill Terzis and Dr. Fangfeng Ma. I met extraordinary patients and observed many life-rehabilitating procedures, full mouth crowning for a patient who had reduced his teeth to stumps, excision of obstructed airway in a man suffering sleep apnea, and complete jaw reconstruction that instantly improved a patient's posture and confidence. The hands of the dentist operated with meticulous care, a skill I've also developed through microassays and animal surgeries. My tactile abilities have been further refined, performing piano for 17 years and guitar for 5, carving from soapstone and painting in detailed strokes. Assisting Dr. Ma with tooth attachments revealed similarities between dentistry and the modeling of sculpture. I noticed both dentists showed devotion to the care of their patients, offering words of reassurance throughout procedures. This is a commitment I also apply in my work, from families to modeling agencies. My encouragement allowed clients to feel comfortable through the camera lens, similar to easing a dental patient. I had a young girl approach me apprehensively for a personal photo shoot, sheepish of her facial scarring, accentuating her natural features and finding the best light. I presented her with an impressive outcome and she beamed with pride. I was reminded of this rewarding feeling when a woman with uneven teeth thanked Dr. Terzis and smiled with a new set of veneers. Dr. Terzis and Dr. Ma oversee the work of several dental professionals and run their busy clinics with composure. Operating my own business enabled me to direct hundreds of different people, preparing me in managing future practice. My graduate training in specialized knowledge, patience, and time management all contribute to a successful career in dentistry. Aside from practical skill, both dentists demonstrated the importance of empathy. My compassionate nature extends to both humans and animals. I volunteered for both World Wildlife Fund as well as PetSmart charities, and I maintain a healthy lifestyle on a cruelty-free vegan diet. I also spend my time at my parish providing meals for those less fortunate, where I am touched by the gratitude I receive from visitors. This experience has further inspired me to pursue a future in the service of others. My exposure to the clinics taught me that dentistry is not simply the achievement of beauty, but the establishment of a healthy community. Raised in impoverished China, I recently returned to my hometown to teach English at a public school. The children held such fascination of the Western world, but in rural China, dental care is considered a rarity. There exists only one dentist for every 60,000 people in some areas, where less than 10% of the population practice oral hygiene. I wish to return to these schools and implement oral care into their education. I hope to achieve a dental education allowing me to pass on this knowledge, for it is in my best interest to improve the individual lives of communities such as the one I call my home. Thank you for your consideration. It's been so many years since I've seen this that I can already pick out weaknesses if you were to write your own personal statement from scratch. First of all, I think it's relatively of some importance to pinpoint experiences that you have from shadowing. For instance, you want to know that you demonstrated some knowledge that you have attained, but really being specific isn't that important, because the dentists that I shadowed, they're not really so interested in how much you can learn or pick up from the specific procedures that they were operating, but mostly what you can kind of get from the big picture. Like, really, everything is just focused on the overall big picture. You don't have to focus on like where you learned the IAN. You don't even need to know what an IAN really is. Just what you got from the experience and what you learned from it on a personal level. So kind of pinpoint on that, and it is more it's more beneficial to you to play on your strengths. So definitely work on some tactile skills and demonstrate where you would see the parallel between things you're good at when you work with your hands. I was lucky enough that I did take a lot of art studies in college and in high school, so I kind of drew upon my experiences as a painter, as a sculptor, and when I worked in makeup and photography as a part-time job, just as like a side business. So things like that. Also, of course, customer service is pretty important, because when you're a dentist, you're constantly working with people, and building rapport is important to an admissions counselor, I think. And also things like managerial, teamwork, cooperation, things like that. Those experiences are all kind of many facets, I think, of a good dental applicant. So let me know what your personal statements are looking like right now, and if you have any questions or want me to go over them with you. I still think it's not a really good time, unless you probably already put in your applications by now. It's been open for a couple months already, but And this one is a little bit of a sporadic video at the weirdest time of day, but thanks again for tuning in. I'm really hoping now that I'm moved and I'm settled by myself that I can talk a little bit more on a personal level about, I mean, I say this every time and I don't even know if I can keep my promise. I'm like really sorry. I'm really terrible at being on a one-track mind, but I'm gonna be trying this time for real. Now that I'm living by myself and I have my own space, I think we can do this, okay? Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will very honestly see you soon this time. Bye.
Ce soir, danser.